Hi, my name is Maria Slavy, National Publisher of the Bunk Room magazine. Today I'm excited to share with you the secret formula on how to write the interview article. In previous videos, we've shown you how to get the interview and how to conduct the interview. Today, we're going to venture into the scariest place of all, the blank piece of paper or the blank monitor right in front of you. We're going to show you how you can escape that scary place and just jump right into writing the article. So today we're going to introduce you to Annika Slavy. She's 13 years old, and in previous videos we've shown you the interview she did, and we're going to dissect that interview and show you how to unlock the secret formula. So here we are with Annika Slavy, 13 years old, from Mount Dora, Florida. She's an A-team writer. That means she's an assignment team writer. That means you've written quite a few articles already, haven't you?
Yes.
Well, I want to know, everyone wants to know, how do you've gone through this process now with the new secret formula. How do you feel this new secret formula is compared to before when you wrote plenty of really good articles?
Oh, this time I feel like it just went faster and I had it all planned out, and the article really turned in shape real fast.
Not quite as scary.
Yeah.
How did you feel before, after you've done interviews, you've done plenty of interviews, that feeling before you wrote the article? How did that used to feel?
It used to feel like, oh wow, I didn't have a roadmap, and it wasn't, the flow was too slow, and this time I can just
skip right through it.
Skip right through it.
So that feeling of dread, that feeling of what am I going to do, is pretty much gone?
Yeah.
Sweet. We're excited about that. Now, of course, you can expand on this formula. We'll do videos later to expand on how you can add to this formula as well, but this is a really good basic tip. So let's get at it. Let's show them what we did.
My name is Annika Slavy. I'm an A-team writer for the Bunk Room magazine. It's a magazine written entirely by kids, read by all. And I was wondering if I could interview you for one of our features.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. For remembering processes, do you mind if I record it?
Sure, that'd be fine.
What do you do for fun? What do you do for work? Or what do you do?
For like just on a weekly
Just
basis.
on a weekend or something?
Well, on the weekend I am the orchestra manager of the Prelude Orchestra in Orlando, the Florida Symphony Youth Orchestra, and it's basically me managing a bunch of kids for the day and making sure everything runs smoothly.
That's really interesting. What do you love about that?
I like hanging around the kids, and they're really fun, and just making sure everything's in order and managing everything, because that's something I really enjoy. So yeah, just managing and hanging out with everyone.
No, what's challenging about that?
I'd say definitely when the kids arrive late to rehearsals, because we have a set time from when they are in rehearsal. And a lot of the times, because my group is of little kids, from elementary, middle school age, they don't know how to drive. So it's their parents that I have to talk to and discuss what problems are going on before rehearsal that are causing them to be late. And because that's an important thing of the rehearsals, since everyone's relying on everyone.
Wow. Now, is it just one group, or is there multiple groups?
In the orchestra itself, or the big orchestra?
The big orchestra.
Oh, well, there's 4 groups, 4 little orchestras in the company. There's the overture strings, which is just strings instruments, and then Prelude Orchestra, which is where I'm at. That's beginner level orchestra, and then there's Philharmonia and Symphonic, which gradually the difficulty increases. So,
wow.
Yeah.
How many people are in just one orchestra?
In my group, there's about 40 kids, but as the groups get bigger, harder, I'd say about 70 kids or something like that. Yeah.
Wow. Now, how many concerts do you have a year?
I say about 4 or 5. depending on what this, our bosses or artistic director says. But yeah, I'd say about 2 every half year.
Wow. Now, is there auditions that people just pick you into a level, or?
No, every spring they have auditions where the kids prepare an excerpt, a solo, and some scales, and they just play for a panel of judges, and then they either get into the orchestra that they want to, and the orchestra conductors decide their seats, or they get placed into another orchestra where the judges think is more beneficial to them.
Oh, well, that's really interesting. Well, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this. This has been very interesting. And I was wondering if you could give me your name, age, phone number, and email address. So when I'm writing the article, if I have any questions, I could contact you.
Sure, that'd be great. So now, when will I know when it's published? Is it going to be in this issue, or when will it be?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know for sure, but if you go to thebunkroom.com, and subscribe to our weekly emails, then you'll know which issue.
Okay, cool.
Well, thank you so much. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Now we're excited to unveil the secret code. And guess what? In order to unlock the secret code, you have to go on a scavenger hunt. There are 4 main things that you're going to be looking for on your scavenger hunt. Number 1 is background information. Number 2 is descriptive information. Number 3 is the quotes and information about what the person loves about what they're doing. And the 4th thing is what the person finds challenging about what they're doing. When you pull all these pieces together after you've got them all written down, you can write a really awesome article. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is look for everything in the background. The 5 W's. We've talked about them before, but to remind you, they're the who, the what, the where, the when, and the why. These are the most important things that have to be in the background of every article. The next thing we're going to look for is a description, and that would be a description of the business or the hobby or whatever it is the person you're interviewing does. And sometimes in your interview, you may not have gotten enough information about describing their business. So you have to go back to talk to them or look at their website. As in this case, Annika went to fsyo.org and got more information about the details of the FSYO. The next thing you're going to look for is what the person said they loved about what they were doing. So you find the quotes and you write them down as they said them, as well as summarizing anything they said. The last thing you're going to look for is the quotes about what the person finds challenging. This is just like the love quote. You find the quote about challenge and you write it down exactly the way they said it. You can also add a summary if you'd like. One of the last things we're going to write is the lead. The lead is the first paragraph in the story, and it's the most important paragraph because it brings the reader into the story. And the reason we wait until the end to write it is because we're really warmed up, so our creativity is really flowing. The very last thing you're going to do is write a conclusion, and that's really simple because really all it is a retool of your lead. It's a soft place for your reader to land.
Hi, my name is Annika. I am excited to share with you my article, and I used the secret code and it worked amazingly. So here it is. Beethoven, Bach, and Mozart clashed among the tuning horns and stringed instruments. Hundreds of kids take their Sunday afternoon to live the music of these ancient greats. Without a manager, this warm-up scene and rehearsals would be chaos. Margot Slaby, 19, of Mount Dora, Florida, is the manager of the Florida Symphony Youth Orchestra, FSYO. The FSYO is a classical orchestra that has been training musicians since 1957. Margot is the manager of the Prelude Orchestra, conducted by Elizabeth Hicklin. Prelude is one of the 4 levels of orchestra within the FSYO. The FSYO meets every Sunday afternoon in Orlando and has more than 250 students, ranging from 8 to 21 years old, coming from 8 Central Florida counties. There are 4 levels of orchestra within the FSYO: Overture Strings, Prelude, Philharmonia, and the highest level, Symphonic. Students audition each spring for a seat in the orchestra that matches their skill level. With 4 to 5 concerts per year, the FSYO musicians showcase a repertoire of high-level classical music in venues throughout Orlando. But without a good management, the show may not go on. Margot is part of the team that keeps everything running smoothly behind the curtain, a job that definitely has its challenges. The challenging thing for Margot is having to talk to the parents when a student arrives late or misses rehearsal. The kids in her orchestra are too young to drive, so they have to rely on their parents to get them to rehearsal on time. I have to talk to the parents and discuss what problems are going on before rehearsal and what's causing them to be late. It's an important part of rehearsal that everyone relies on everyone, Margot says. When one person is missing, the whole group feels it. Overall, the fun for Margot is with the kids and making sure everything runs smoothly. I like hanging around the kids. They're really fun. And making sure everything is in order and managing everything. That's something I really enjoy. Youth orchestras like the FSYO are the training grounds for world-class musicians, a process larger than words on paper.